It says, I agree. I laughed when my job let me go and replaced me with AI. They're lost. Have fun with losing customers and tons of complaints. I couldn't be happier now. Friend, let me tell you something. I think you would be more happier if you took your skill and you made money on your own terms. Whatever you were doing at that job and you thoroughly enjoyed your job, or you were at a workplace for umpteen years, or you was at a workplace for 2 years or a year, and you thoroughly enjoyed what you did, or you feel tied or a calling to that thing, you need to do it by your own terms. Seriously. Because what's happening now in this era is that this era of life is for self-sufficiency. Okay? Those who are competent individuals, those who know their skill, they know who they are, and they know they have trajectory in this life, you have to start making money on your own terms. And even if you don't know your trajectory, even if you feel directionless, I have built things in the back, marketing, blueprints for people to sit down and figure out who their message belongs to. Who do you want to serve? Okay? Because everybody thinks money comes with a job. Money does not come with a job. Money comes with ideas, planning, and execution. That's all a job is. Somebody sat down and planned and wrote out a company and then gave everybody a role and gave them a script, and then you are the one to execute it. So thus, if you are the one to execute a job role, why wouldn't you think that you can make money on your own terms and start some freelancing? Start your digital products. Have your e-commerce. Have your YouTube channel. Because this is the way of the world. We are in the digital age now. We are in the advanced stages of the digital age. Okay? When so many people are outside talking about they put in 50,000 applications and nobody getting back to them, y'all are still allowing a system to validate who you are and where you're going to be in life. And you allow some system to just have you sitting at home talking about some woe is me. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about people right now. Because let me tell you something about these interviews right now. These interviews is nothing but a false superiority complex. That's all interviews are. I just left a interview. It's a false inferiority complex. That's all it is. You going up in there and they feel like, oh, you saying the shit that you need to say. You know you competent. You know you got the skills. They pulled up your resume for a reason. You in that interview for a reason, okay? These fools, you will do the interview so well and they so surprised that you got these answers, and it just came easy to you. And you are an ideal candidate. And they see your competency and all the answers that you give them here on this interview. But you know what they do? They like to play the toidle. They like to play this cat and mouse game. I see workplaces as cat and mouse games. I really do. Because when you really are an ultimate player, when you are actually of value, people don't like that. When you are actually made of value and you know that you see your own value, people don't like it unless it benefits them. Now, if you come into the interview and you saying all the right da 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 da, and you're well equipped to do the job, people don't like that shit and they don't hire you. You wanna know why? Because they feel like if you come in the motherfucking door with all the answers and you really know how things could be, or how it could be a easier thing, and you're really meticulous on these, they asked me the very first question. They asked me, oh, we want to know about our people, what is something that you're really a nerd about? I said, I'm a nerd about design and functionality. How does things function? I'm a digital design coach for YouTube and e-commerce platforms. I help people lay out what they need so they can make money on their own terms through YouTube and e-commerce. Yes, that is what I do. I learned how to do web pages when I was 12 years old. Yes, remember Tumblr days? Okay, that was when the digital age first started. Okay? I started YouTube when I was 17 years old. I am in my 30s. I know how to set up a YouTube. I know how to set up the back end of your website, how to design it, get your DNS, get your domain name, okay? The DNS goes behind your domain name so you can link it together with your email marketing. Yes, this is shit I know, but you'll be in an interview and folks don't want to hire you because what? Because you actually are qualified. Because you're overqualified. I just saw a lady scream and cry and say, "Oh, I have a bachelor's degree and I can't get a job because I don't have, quote, the experience." Do you know what this man tried to do in this interview that I was with? He said, "Oh, well, we got other candidates." I know how the interview go. Do you know how old I am? I know how interview go. I know you got other candidates, but they like to play this superiority complex to make you feel small and they the big ones. Talking about, "Oh, we got other candidates and they probably like school teachers and da 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 da." And they have more experience being instructional. And I said, man, I used to work with I said I don't have it on my resume, but I used to work with the YMCA, and I was a camp counselor, and all I did was be instructional all day long with 4 and 5-year-olds. He's like, "Do you got any experience with kids?" I said, "Yes, I have experience with." You asked me that earlier in the interview. Do I have that on the resume? No. Why would I have something that I did 10 years ago on my resume now? That don't make sense. He's like, "You should put that on your resume." No, what you want is you want people who are more inferior to you that will take every little thing that you say. But because I told you off the bat, you asked me, what am I meticulous about? You asked me, who am I? You asked me that. I said, I'm a person that pays attention to design and functionality. I'm a very competent being. And when people see that I'm a competent being and I know who the I am and I know what my value is, because I don't let society or some system or some freaking AIs try to, quote, validate my resume or tell you to hire me or this and that and the third, whatever. I know what I'm doing, and clearly you got my resume for a reason. We sitting right here today. I'm well competent. I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I'm doing. So that's why, see, they tell you, "Oh, have your 9 to 5 and then have your entrepreneurial shit." But let me tell you something. The way that this life is going, it's like it's just mainly calling me to entrepreneurship to help other people make money on their own terms. Yes, I know how to do all kinds of shit that have to do with digital design, setting up your e-commerce platform and your YouTube. Yes. Getting a business bank account, getting your LLC, trademarking your shit. Yes, I know how to do all of that. Because this is the time. Because these people like to play on folks' tops. So yes, you want to be happier? Do some shit on your own terms. I have services. That link that's in my bio on TikTok, get at me. YouTube intros, YouTube graphics, flyers, business cards, intake forms, payment processor, all of that. How to start making videos so it makes sense on your channel. You don't gotta have 1,001 subscribers to make money off of a YouTube. Everybody think, "Oh, I gotta meet the YouTube criteria." No, you don't gotta meet that criteria. Stop jump through all these stupid ass people loops, because it's not necessary.